Okay, Josh, I'm glad you came in today. First off, why did you come and see me?
Because I've been talking back to my teacher.
In class?
Yeah, we haven't been disagreeing.
What's been going on in your class?
Well, she'd put like a bunch of homework on, like a bunch of homework that doesn't even be needed, and I asked her why, and she said it's part of like a topic or something, and there's no topic like that, and we just butt heads. We can't get
When
along.
you butt heads, what do you mean by butting heads?
We never get along.
Never get along. Okay. So what's your goal here? Why did you come and see me? What do you want to try to get done?
I want us to start agreeing more and making compromises so we can get along instead of fighting.
Well, that's awesome. It takes a lot for you to come down here and see me and say that that's what you want to happen. That's a good goal. I like that. Our goal is going to be try to figure that out.
Yeah.
Okay. Good job. Good job. Let me ask you this: if I take this pen and it's a magic wand, and I go over it, and when I touch your forehead, a miracle happens, and miracle happens in your classroom.
Yeah.
What's that going to look like? Everything goes back to the way it.
There wouldn't be as much as there wouldn't be a lot of homework that doesn't need to be needed, and me and my teacher would be getting along and not arguing.
Okay. What else?
What
would it look like in the classroom?
I wouldn't be being disrespectful to my teacher because of not needed homework.
You wouldn't be being disrespectful.
Yeah.
What would not being disrespectful look like?
We'd not being disrespectful. Following the rules that she tells us first time given.
Okay.
Like.
What else?
Maybe we should get along and like stuff like that.
Okay. So I know that's a tough question, but I want you to think, because you're going to have a few tough questions I'm going to ask you. Let's just say I was little Ann in your room. You couldn't see me.
No.
And because in your miracle, you weren't going to be disrespectful.
No.
If I was that Ann, what would not being disrespectful look like?
Not stepping on the ant. Not trying to kill it.
Okay, right. But I'm just like little. I'm just trying to see what you being not disrespectful looks like to your teacher, to your classmates.
Right.
What would it look like?
I'd do the homework, and I wouldn't be asking her questions why the homework doesn't need to be needed.
Okay. What would be the first sign that this miracle's happening?
She wouldn't be putting a bunch of homework that doesn't need to be needed. She doesn't teach us.
Okay. What would you see? What would be the first thing you would see if this miracle was happening that you were doing?
I wouldn't be arguing with her.
Okay.
That'd be the first time.
Okay. What else?
I wouldn't have to argue with her and being disrespectful.
Okay. A while ago you said I wouldn't be arguing with her for the first time. Now, so that's kind of implying that you always argue with her? Has there ever been one instance or an exception where you actually didn't argue with her?
Well,
think about it.
Well, maybe the first time she ever did it, I'd let it go.
Okay.
Which was that shouldn't even been happening.
How did that look like? How did that work?
I thought it'd be stupid. She didn't even teach us it. And the stuff that doesn't even need to be taught.
Okay. But is there any other instances? Maybe one day where she's put something on the board that you didn't want to do that you actually did, that it worked out? Think real hard. Is there one, maybe one, two? Has there been some times like that?
Maybe once.
Okay. Tell me about that.
Well, like, if she teach that, I did not want to know. I didn't want to know anything about it, so I just got over and tried to figure it out, and it actually worked.
Okay. So that kind of helps you, that one instance. Okay. Good. So we got this problem where you really don't want to do this work, right?
Yes.
And we want to try. You said you want to compromise with her and try to see. So what's some instances? How did you compromise with her before? Have you ever compromised with her before?
No, the compromises I'd like to see, like, I would stop arguing with you and being disrespectful if you if you stop giving us the homework that you shouldn't even be giving to us. It's too much. Like a student should only have so much, but you shouldn't go overboard with the homework every day, and giving them not a lot of time to like enjoy themselves outside of school and playing.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Has there been times this year where that miracle or that magic wand I put has actually happened?
No.
In class? Never has happened?
No. Well, maybe once if she was in a good mood or in the other boys and girls that they were talking while she was talking.
She was in a good mood that day?
Yeah.
How was your mood that day?
If she's not giving us homework that doesn't even need to be taught, I'd be in the same mood as her. I'd be good. But if other kids are being like disrespectful to them, that's losing her consciences that make her want to get even mad and put homework on us that doesn't even need to be taught.
Okay. So there's been instances where she has been in a good mood.
Yes.
And has made you in a better mood as well. Tell me how you acted that day when you were in a good mood. Not how she acted. How did you act?
Well, I
Tell me
agreed
some
with
of the
her.
things. Okay.
I agreed with her whatever she said.
Okay. So you agreed with her?
Instead of not disagreeing with her.
Okay. Is there any times when you have attempted to go ahead and write the things down on the board? Even though you didn't want to do it, you still went ahead and done it anyway?
Yes.
Well, that's good. That's really good. I'm proud of you. What made you decide to do it? There had to be something there.
I wouldn't get in trouble as much.
What else?
Well,
because you got in trouble today.
Well, it makes more stress on her.
Okay. Well, that's really good thinking of her, your teacher.
And it'd make more stress on us because she gives us a bunch of homework, and sometimes it's the other kids who's not behaving. And sometimes it's me. I'm always in a good mood, and she tries to come in a good mood, or like if her car breaks down or something, she wouldn't be in a very good mood.
So you tried to please her?
Yeah, and
well,
I
that's
just
good,
be quiet.
even though you don't want to.
And if they wouldn't do it, it'd make her more mad, and I'd be completely fine just like sitting and reading my book or like getting on the computer playing Moby Max or something. And all of a sudden they just like if she tells them to stop talking behind her back because she's in a bad mood, they just keep on talking, and it'd make her more mad. Okay. And that's why like. Saying one day she did, some kids in our class was doing it, and she said if you don't stop, she's going to put extra homework, and they didn't, so we had to write more, like, in writing, we had to write more essays than one.
Did you write the essays?
Yes, I had to.
Well, that's
even
good.
though I did not want to.
But you did. That's impressive. I'm proud of you. That's really good. So let's say on a scale 0 to 10. 10, you've been really good doing your work, listen to the teacher, great. 0, you've just had a really bad day, you're not doing anything. Where were you today?
Well, if she's in a good mood, I'd probably be near 7 or 8.
Okay. But where were you today? What were you today?
I was probably about an 8 or a 9.
Today?
If she did.
She sent you down here, and
no.
Well, that's good if you're 8 or 9. But where do you think you are? 10 being the best.
Well, she sent me down here, which would probably make me about a 4, a 2, or a 3.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to, and she just won't listen to me, and I get really
What have you
snappy.
been before? On a good day?
10. I've been the
You've
best.
been a 10? Good.
Yes.
So you're telling me you can be
I
perfect.
can do it if she's like happy and and we be nice, which I try to be nice to her, but the other kids won't, which would I try to be the best on 10. So it could probably ease down the noise for her.
What do you
but
do
she
to get
didn't.
to a 10? Tell me the things you do.
I follow the directions that she
Good.
tells us.
Follow the
I do
directions.
the homework.
You do the
When
homework.
she says,
What
I
else?
just, and when she says be quiet, I'll sit there and read my book, or I'll get on a piece of paper and start drawing,
What
stuff
else?
like that.
Well, that's all great. When you're on 10s, how's your day that day? Mostly things are going good?
Yes. And
Is
if,
it easier
like,
being
if
on
there's
10?
a little, if she's in a bad mood, it's kind of hard to get it, but there's a little bumps here and there, which it's okay. Your goal is still trying to make a 10, and you just got to be the best you can while she's in a good mood.
Good. What if she's in a bad mood?
Then you better be on a good behavior.
Okay.
Because if you don't, and you, like me, I've not been in a good mood before, and I've been snappy and stuff, and we couldn't get along.
So what were you doing today to be at a 2 or 3?
She was giving us extra homework when the kids were being good like me this day, and she wouldn't. Well, she just give. Why can't she just give other people who wasn't behaving the homework, the extra homework, who won't even us get the homework? And that made me didn't want to do the homework that she gave us. But she shouldn't give the people who was being good the homework while we didn't even deserve it when the other kids should.
Okay. So that made you lower on the scale.
Yes, it made me low. Made me mad.
I see. What do you think is a good number we should be at every day in class?
A
Whether
10.
you're in a bad mood,
A 9
good
or
mood.
a
you think
scale of
you can-
8 to 10. You should be near that range.
And what do you do to get to the 8 to 10?
You do anything that she tells you.
What's anything?
Like, she tells you to do your homework and you do it. You sit there and read. She tells you to be quiet, you sit and read a book. Or you draw. You be quiet. When she tells you she wants no noise, like Halo and Wings, that means to be quiet while she's on the phone. And that's what you should do, and you shouldn't be talking and being disrespectful and disruptive while she's on the phone, talking business and stuff like that.
Well, I'm very impressed. Sounds like you know how to get up to an 8 or 10. A lot of times we're just looking to make small jumps, but you know how to be up there to an 8 or 10. I'm very impressed.
Like, every day, I'm trying to be a 10, and when she gets in the bad mood, it's kind of hard to be.
Let me ask you this. How are you going to handle it if she's in a bad mood? Maybe you're in a bad mood. How are you going to handle trying to be an 8 to 10?
I try to just...
Because it's going to happen.
Yeah, because I know it's going to happen, and I think it's happened before. You just got to control it before you start like blowing up, like you blow up, and you start getting mad and all of a sudden being mean to everybody.
Control it. I like that.
Yeah.
You want to try to control it. That's good. What else? How else? When you have a bad day, she's having a bad day. How are you going to stay there at 8 or 10?
Trying to cheer her up and tell her that it's okay.
Well, that's nice. Yeah. Even if she's in a bad mood, that'll probably work.
And
I'm sure it works for you when you're in a bad mood, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I like that. What else?
Like, maybe, like Sundays, if she's in a bad mood, you buy her flowers.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. What if you're in a bad mood and she's in a bad mood and she puts some more homework on the board? How are we going to handle that?
That'd be a lot stressful for me and make it more hard, because when I'm in a very bad mood, I just want to put my head down and go to sleep.
How are we going to handle it, though?
Probably just, like, making compromises with her and stuff like that.
How else?
Just do the directions that she tells you and just suck it up and keep going.
I like that. Yeah. And
even though when you're on bad days and you still, like, and she still gives you homework, you still gotta try to be a 10. That's your personal goal. You should do every day. Try to be a 10, even though if your teacher's in a bad mood or you're in a bad mood.
Well, I like that because you've got really high expectations to being a 10, and that's That's really good. You know, most of the time we're trying to work up 1 or 2, and you can say you can be a 10. You know, you've told me some good things, directions, just sucking it up and doing it. You know, those are all good answers that we're going to try to do. Okay. Yes. So the next time we talk, I'm sure there's probably going to be an instance when you've been in a bad mood.
Yes.
Or where she's been in a bad. I want you to try to think, what can I do to stay at this 8, 9, or 10?
Or just lay low and don't say nothing and just be quiet.
Do your work
until she gets better and start. Just
good. Because that's going to be a time. I think you do really good when you're in a good mood. She's in a good mood. Things are going good.
Yeah, it goes. It makes me one time
but
when I get
today
out of
wasn't
school.
a good day, right?
No.
And we're going to have those days, and I want to see how you handle that. And the next time we're going to do that, okay?
Yes.
Most of the time I'm talking about how you can just jump 1 or 2 points, but I think you know how to be an 8 or 9 or 10.
Yes.
Okay? And I want you to try to do that every day.
Well, that's my personal goal.
Even on days that aren't good days, okay? Because that's when it's going to be tough, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to write a little message here for you, okay? To take back, I'm going to write our goal. In the meantime, while you do that, I want you to draw me your miracle. Remember we talked about your miracle? What's that miracle going to look like in class, okay? Draw it right here, okay? And you don't worry about your drawings. I know that might be a weird question, draw your miracle, but just draw it. Everything's perfect. And that's what I want to look like on bad days too, okay? And I'm going to write down a few things as well, okay?
All right.
All right. All right, explain to me a little bit what you've drawn here so far.
Like me and her are getting along.
Okay.
We're both having smiles, and we're not arguing instead of like not like me not misbehaving and having frowny faces.
Looks like you got your desk here, so you're planning on doing your work, whether you think it's busy work or not, right? That's good. Good. Well, I'm going to read you a little message. I'm going to make a copy of it for you, too, the next time we'll talk about it. I'm putting, Josh, I'm amazed by your high expectations and how you want to be an 8, 9, or 10 every day. That's really good. I'm proud of you on that. Even on bad days, you really want to stay up there. You want to make your teacher feel better, your classmates, and you as well. Okay? So your task, kind of your homework I'm going to give you for our next session, okay, is to try and stay at that 8, 9, and 10 every day. Even on bad days, for you and Miss Black, okay?
Yeah.
And you're going to have to work at it. Next week, I'm going to call you down. We'll see. We'll go day by day and see how they went, okay?
Okay.
All right. I want you to keep your miracle, okay, with you. Bring it with you back next time, okay? We'll talk to see if that miracle's actually happened any this next week, okay?
All right.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Go on back to class, and I'll see you next week, okay, buddy?
All right.
All right. See you, Josh.
See ya.